like to teach you a tune called the Accordionist. And this tune is a Quebecois tune, and it has some wonderful, very Quebecois stylistic things that we can employ and learn about how to play. So the first thing we're going to do before we start is just notice a few things or tackle a couple of things that will help your playing. One thing that I think really distinguishes fiddlers from violinists, say, or even just more advanced from beginner fiddlers, is this business of the bite. So, for instance, here's a tune that is played without what I call a bite. And here we go with a bite. So it just gives definition and clarity, and actually helps you be able to get around the tune easier. To create a bite, this is what we'll do. We're going to take the stick, find the middle place in your bow. Take the stick and make it come down to the hair about halfway. And as soon as you start, well, actually, let's do it more to the tip. As soon as you start to move the bow, you're going to release your hand. So right now, the hand is working. And, you know, it's not a matter of clenching the bow. It's more a matter of just using the thumb. The thumb is going to kind of make this torque thing happen, which means these fingers can actually be sort of relaxed. So you're going to get a torque thing going there. And as soon as you start to move the bow, you release your hand, like this. So the thing to notice about this is that the work is happening before the note. So you have a prepare, play. Once you get good at the up bow, prepare, play. Try the down bow, prepare, play. And the bite should be not too long or not too short. It's non-existent if it's too short. So somewhere in between. And you're looking for just a nice, clean little bit of grit. Definition to the beginning of the note. It's almost like plucking the string with a bow. And some tunes employ the bite more than other tunes. Now, I live in the state of Maine. I play Maine-style tunes, which has a lot of influence from Canada, and New Brunswick, Quebecois style, maritime style. And the bite is really what makes these tunes come alive. So that's how I play. Yeah, bite. So the other thing is, if you're always playing at the top half of your bow, you'll find that your hand has to work. So work way too much. So try playing somewhere in here. A lot of power. And you'll find that everything can be really soft and relaxed and loose. So why don't we try this? We're going to go down, up, down on D. And you'll notice that you can actually just use a very little bow and also a very little amount of movement in your hand. So this gives you a minute to prepare, play, prepare, play, prepare, play, prepare, play, prepare, play. Working, relax. Working, relax. Working, relax. So this takes some time, and you know it's not going to happen overnight, but it's a great start, and it really is. You know, every minute that you put into making this happen is a little stepping stone towards just really busting through some of those places where we might be stuck. So there's that, and we're going to revisit that in the tune. The next thing that's kind of fun to try is what I call the quintessential Quebecois bowing. And there is a sort of a syncopated rhythm thing that happens in French tunes oftentimes, and it sounds like this. And sometimes what happens is people will just play up, up, down, down, up, down. But there is a little bit of a whisper note in there. There's a little ghost note. So to get that little ghost note to happen, let's try this. We're going to play 5 A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Now, let's poke the bow in the air like this. Just take it and poke in the air, and get that feeling in your arm of sort of a twitch almost. You're going to poke like this. Now, of those 5 A's, we're going to make a bitey, bursty up bow. So there it is. Down, up, down, up, down. So you've got your bite going, and you've got a poke. Great. Now we're going to have the poke happen twice, and the little note in between is going to be soft and almost inaudible. Sounds like this. So you want the accent to be on those up bows, and you want the little down bow to be in there, but you just can't hardly hear it. So that's going to happen in our tune. And the last thing we can tackle is a roll. So let's this is how I generally teach rolls. Take your first finger and anchor it on a B note. And we're going to, actually, let's do this on the E string. So anchor on the F sharp, and we're going to take your third finger and pluck it to the side, like this. So rather than hammering your third finger up and down like this, it's actually kind of a sideways brush. And that makes for a real poppy sound. Now, let's do F diddle-um, or F peel 'em off. And the sideways brush will make for a very poppy sound. Oftentimes what happens is the middle note gets lost. So if you start to sound like this, you know, you've got to just slow it down so you can pick up that middle note. Great, and now we'll add the last note. And just check to make sure all the notes are really poppy. You know, they're poppy going down and they're poppy coming off. Now, once you feel comfortable doing that on the E string, try it on the A string. And the rhythm of it is dum-da-la-dum, dum-da-la-dum. So there's like 3 parts. Bum-ba-da-la-dum, bum-ba-da-la-bum. And that's just one roll. There are many, many rolls and many rhythms to different rolls. But for now, we'll do that. And eventually, you're going to make the last note, the A, or sorry, the second last note, the A, shorter. One way to do this is to take the first finger, and instead of lifting it entirely off the string, you're going to just lift it enough to make kind of a fuzzy sound, like this, and then add that to the roll. See how that last note's a little bit fuzzy? And eventually, you're going to want to get to be able to do this on all the strings. So there's a different feeling, of course, for each string because they all have a different thickness and feeling to them. So that is something to practice. Great. So now we'll settle into the tune. I'll play it once through for you. Here it goes. Okay. I don't know if you recognize some of those things that we just worked on in the tune. So the beginning of the A part goes like this. And you can stick the slurs in, like oftentimes you'll slur the two notes after a quarter note. Slur. And here's an up, up, up. And here's our up, up bowing. Hear that? I'll take it a little slower. There's the A part, and the B part starts like this. And there's that again. Dum poke, dum poke. And there's a lot of 3 ups happening there. Up, up, up. And they often will happen in the middle of the measure. So down, up, 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 down, up. Or they might happen over the measure line. Or they might be down, up, down, up. But kind of look for the places where the tune is asking for that. You know, it's different for every tune. So the B part again, I'll just play it slowly. Or. And you'll notice you can add double stops there just by being a bit lazy. And you'll notice the bites too. So that's the B part. Now the C part is fun because you have, which is actually kind of easy to play. It sounds very fancy and difficult, but it's not. And the root of that is just a descending scale. the beginning of the C part has the poking up bow thing happening. So let's add all those things together. I'll try and point out the spots that we worked on and where they appear in the tune. We'll just play it slowly. So here we go. Bottom half. So there you have it, and these are the things that will help you just become a more comfortable, fluid, all-around, better fiddler, and to help you maybe push through some of the things that you may find are blocking you. You've got, this looseness in the right hand and the looseness in the left hand. And the other thing that's really key is listening. Just listen as much as you can. And listen to the subtleties. Listen to the way that the note might be approached or attacked, or just the overall general feeling of the tune and where the accents are. And you can only get that from just plugging right into a lot of listening. So good luck with all that, and thank you for coming on out to share with me. We'll wish you the best of luck.